Sommerschield. Welcome to the Wise Agent webinar series. My name is Eleni Sommerschield. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Wise Agent. And I'm joined today by a really dear friend of mine, Coni Meyers. Coni, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm so excited to have you on the webinar because I'm so excited to be talking to you about some crisis management. You're an expert in this field. And I would love for you to share with everyone what it is that how you became this expert in crisis management, and a little bit about our topic today, the power of preparedness.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to tell everybody it's not going to be all doom and gloom, okay? There's actually opportunity. You mentioned disasters or crisis, and everybody goes, oh, God.
Right, but it's nice because the power of preparedness. I mean, we just went through a little bit of an ordeal, right? I think everybody knows.
Bit, yeah.
just a smidge, right? And so, so it's kind of, we all need to be prepared in some way, shape, or form. So, and this is also a good talking point with potential clients too, and clients.
Absolutely. So I always tell people that since my mid-20s, when I opened up my first insurance office, everything I have done throughout my life, and I'm 73 now, so it's been a bit of a life. Everything I've done has been in preparation for what I'm doing now. Little did I know that, but back in 2019, I'd had a couple of insurance companies. I was a founder of what was at the time the largest home inspection business back in the 80s, when you had to explain to a realtor what a home inspection was, and they'd say, why do you want that? And then I was also a founder of a company called Online Ed, which is an online education platform, primarily in the real estate space. But I also spent 7 years as a FEMA inspector and trainer. I did over 50 disasters in about 7 years. So I always had this thought, what does that FEMA stuff have to do with anything that I'm doing today? I became a life coach, an executive coach. I've trained over thousands of people on sales and marketing and business management and that sort of thing. But I always had that thought, what's that FEMA stuff have to do with anything? And in 2019, I was sitting in my chair. I'd been really sick. Whatever the COVID was back then, I had it. And I was sitting in my chair, and again, I had that thought, what is that FEMA stuff? And 3 weeks later, I got an email from the California Association of Realtors, and they had a list of topics they wanted for 2020, and one of them was disasters. So I wrote them back. I said, nobody gets that but me. And so I wrote a simple little 3-hour course. And I presented it at their big meeting in October of 2019. And I also did a presentation. I moderated a panel where I brought in a FEMA director, the head of the CERT program for LA County, the gentleman who was the association executive in Santa Barbara during the fires and the mudslides. Yeah. And then also another mutual friend of ours who had gone through the Malibu fires. And as I'm moderating it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there is so much more that needs to be said. So much more. So being quarantined, I started writing it in January, but being quarantined, I was telling my friends, I said, if I can sit here and write about natural disasters and pandemics and active shooters and insurance and all these topics that are not pretty topics, and not be depressed, being quarantined, I will never be depressed. That's a guarantee. So I ended up writing this 4-course certification, and I wrote it because as a FEMA inspector, I'd always wanted to write a book because I knew that there was businesses out there, small businesses, as well as individuals that really needed to know more about being prepared. So the certification, it does dive into natural as well as man-made disasters, but it also is stuff you can use in your real estate world. And I wrote it in such a way, the whole idea is, how can we help real estate agents increase their business while giving back in such a huge way? So the emphasis of the training, the emphasis of everything that I'm doing is really all about how to have the real estate agents stand out and at the same time potentially save lives, save lots of property and money all at the same time.